Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. People, I am trying to have an attitude of gratitude to myself. Like, seriously, I want to be grateful to myself to, just getting on with it. I mean, whatever that looks like. And it's not that easy because, as you know, I don't necessarily sleep. Sometimes I don't care for myself as well as I should. Right now it's 11:30. I am on par to be in bed by maybe midnight, which I would love. Last night it was 1 something, but I'm going to get there. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to keep affirming that. That said, I mean, who doesn't want to look this fresh at 11:30 at night, right? With 4 hours sleep. It's all good. I'm going to turn that around. And part of that is what I'm doing right now. So I was talking to you guys again about our October challenge. A bunch of you have said that you've taken the time to do your measurements, which is fabulous. And we just started. No, I was saying that I don't do the 100-day challenge to Christmas anymore, or to New Year's actually, but it did happen to be 90 days. And sometimes it's so interesting. This is why I'm smiling, how the universe will affirm me in ways that I don't even know. So every once in a while, something will come about, which I see as being very important, realize I need to give my attention to. And suddenly I will see it everywhere. And I get it. What you focus on grows. I get that. But like, God will make it very obvious that he's trying to get a message to me. So I was like, well, you know what? I could do a 90-day challenge. I mean, coincidentally, I did my measurements at the 90-day mark. This was brilliant. I did not tell my husband that goal, I assure you. He shows up this afternoon and says, hey, Juliana, I just happened to find a 90-day fitness journal. Are you kidding me? Not 100 days, not 6 months, not a year, not a 30-day, a 90-day fitness journal. That was all God. I was like, really, Father? So I said, hon, you're kidding. Oh my gosh, how great is that? And it really is great. It is so cool. It has a ton of information in here on just cool things, of course, like calories and exercise and just like all these great things. But what's very cool is just the actual days themselves. And I know you can't necessarily see this, but it's 2 pages a day. And in those 2 pages a day, there's a place for you to literally write down everything, including your feelings, which I really appreciate. So what are your feelings? What did you eat today? What were the calories? What was your exercise? What did you burn off? What is your additional goal? I mean, very cool. And then in the front, there's the BMI index. There's just like all these great things, and goal setting, which I absolutely appreciate. All in this little 90-day book. Hello, me to New Year's. What? I could not believe it. So then I was like, hon, how did that come about? And what made you think of a 90-day challenge? Well, it actually turned out that he was cleaning out, are you getting this? Okay, this is the dude who literally said, will you please buy more bananas and romaine? Which of course flipped me out enough, let alone cinnamon. I'm like, okay, which I did. And then he's cleaning things out, like decluttering on his own. Man, this can be very contagious in a very good way. So in decluttering, it turns out that this was a gift for him that he never used, and God provided it in God's time, which was right on time, of course. Okay, along with that, for the exercise and everything else, I did a butt and gut challenge, which was really great, I assure you. And then we did an arms one. And even though my arms are one of my biggest struggles, I was drowning in my life and did not keep up with that. But my arms are an ongoing goal anyway. So it's not like I didn't do arms. I just didn't do that challenge. But this new challenge, which I'm just like, they ain't playing, okay? It's called the 30-day butt lift. The 30-day butt lift challenge, okay? It's not just butt and gut, it is all butt, and it is a butt lift, and I believe it. It is squats, it's the pointed butt lift, where you like lift your leg to the sky. It's fire hydrants like a dog. My dogs are so confused when they're seeing mama do this. It's heel kicks, it's bridges, lifting up your butt. This is called a butt lift challenge. I say so yes. This is by Blog Pilates. I think it's like Pilates, but then a blog, Blogalates. And it's literally blogalates.com, and you look for the # 30-day butt lift. I, of course, being me, will include this in the description of the video, and you are not too late. Like, you should join right in because it is fun and you're going to feel it. I certainly do. I certainly already feel it. Okay, so along with all that action, for the icon of this video, I actually got this from Raw Food Romance, and I think her first name is Melissa. I think it's Melissa. Anyway, Raw Food Romance, she's very cool. And this was called My Circle of Control. I will focus on what I can control. I have been stressed beyond measure, okay? Hence the reason I'm barely sleeping. That I am incredibly stressed out about an upcoming observation. You know, as teachers, we have to get observed and stuff, but this is my formal observation, which have been less than successful at times, depending on the principals. So that was a little bit of stress for me, something that my monkey mind was wanting me to eat over. It's really sad. It's just old behaviors. And so I know part of that, as Tanny Raw, and I always mention Tanny Raw, social media phenom on every health channel. But what's so great about her is that she addresses the whole person, right? And she is a coach. If you need time, she's your girl. But she literally addresses the mental, physical, emotional, spiritual well-being, the whole thing. And one of the things that she does is she has people kind of see what it is that's in their control. You know, what are they able to control? And I think that's exceptionally important because she always stresses the need for a plan. And the reason she wants people to have a plan is because she knows when life gets out of control, the plan remains objective and just does its business. Okay, no plan is emotional. That plan is in place, doing its business, ready to support you when you're insane yourself. And so what had occurred to me as I was getting crazy stressed over this observation is that I need to see what I can control regarding it. You know, I can't necessarily control how my children are going to behave. I definitely am prepping them. I definitely have regular classroom management routines, but because it's the COVID, because it's online, because children have unreliable internet, there's a million factors that I cannot control. I can most certainly control the lesson plan. I can certainly control some fail-safe backups if other kids don't seem to be getting the content and what I can do instead. There's certain things like that, but I can't control how the principal will respond. I can't control what her feedback's going to be. There's a lot of things. So in looking at Melissa's circle of control, and I don't know if this was personal to her or just a poster that she shared, but it said things that are in my control were the amount of effort I put in, which I was thinking I have to step it up, and praise God I have the time. My words, yeah, because I can be a little sarcastic. I know it's hard to believe. I can be too funny. Yeah. Little things like that. Okay. I can choose vocabulary. I can be academic. And I most certainly am most of the time as a teacher, but I can get kind of silly. So what are my words? I can choose my actions. Am I prepared? Am I on task? How am I going about it? If kids are frustrating me, am I reacting appropriately? I can control how I treat others. Absolutely. I love praising my class, and I genuinely want to praise them because, I mean, they are doing so well for this COVID circumstance. I'm loving on them. I can control whether or not I choose to follow rules. Absolutely. I mean, there is an outline for this. Am I going to follow it? How I handle my feelings. Am I going to be a pouty little baby in response to negative feedback? I tend to do that. My face is an absolute mirror for how I feel. I can a little bit, I can be a poker face. Mostly people see a little 3-year-old pouting. I can decide what my decisions are and how I'm going to take care of myself in the interim. Now, that's just regarding this one circumstance. And again, this is the icon for this video. You can apply it to anything. I just went around that wheel just now only talking about that one observation. I certainly could have turned the entire thing around and only talked about my food. I could have turned the whole thing around and only talked about my response to like a conversation with my husband. Like, you can fill in the blanks, but it's a great guide. And then finally, things that are out of my control, such as what other people do, like those students. Things from the past. I mean, just because I had a bad experience with a prior principal doesn't mean I have to carry that baggage into this experience. Other people's choices. If at the end of the day, I am not picked up by this district again, how can I control that? I can't. I can only control getting on with my next choice. And that certainly happened unexpectedly, a district ago. I can't control what other people say. I cannot control how other people feel. And on a really basic note, I can't control the weather. I think that one is hilarious. Okay, so what are things that are in your control? And this is the circle of control. I'm going to focus on what I can control. And that's empowering, because I think that was the anxiety I was having, a sense that I couldn't control any part of it, a sense that the success of this was out of my control. And that is not true. That is not true. At the very least, I can feel really good about my part when it's said and done, which will make any feedback far less offensive, because I'll know that I did my best by me. So prayers welcome in that area, because unfortunately I do get insecure based on a lot of verbal abuse from a prior experience. Okay, so those are the things I wanted to share with you at 1:45, that there is a great butt lift if you're interested. And when I say butt, I don't mean conjunction, junction, what you'll function. I mean the derriere, my friends. Yeah, let's be lifting up that butt. And then again, what are the things you can control? What is your circle? And finally, the 90-day fitness journal, and just being aware of when God is affirming you, by reinforcing whatever it was you're thinking, suddenly it just starts coming and saying, yeah, I'm on, I'm all in. Regarding this though, I looked it up, and this was actually published in 2010, but I actually saw quite a few copies. I think there were like 15 copies for, $13 or less on Amazon. I think it's a very cool one. I like the weight and thickness of it. I like that there's a lot of places to write in it, and that there's a lot of resources right on hand. And I could easily go through and highlight what foods are mine. I can compliment what food is mine. And it's all here, for 90 days. And I'm stoked about that. So isn't that fun? All right, my friends, what I also like so much is you and this community. You guys are so good to me. Thank you for checking in. So, like if you like, join us if you haven't, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below how I may support you, especially in prayer. And until we talk again, my friends, best of all, know that you are blessed.